Salute. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. We back in the building. You're now tuned into the funniest true crime podcast in the world. Let me let the air horns ring. We back in the building, man. You know, we back in the building. I've been going for a minute, but we back in the building, man. It feel good to be back, man. It feel good to be back sitting in front of the roadcaster. It feel good to be back on the mic. It feel good to be back, man. Creating, getting in my zone. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a little rusty, but I'm back, man. I'm feeling like Jordan when he came back to the league. Like, I might start off a little rusty, but I'ma still cook, though. I'ma still cook and drop 30. I'ma still drop 30, 35, all right? So if I'm a little rusty, just bear with me. I haven't recorded a podcast since last March. I haven't turned my roadcaster or my mic on since March of last year. So we almost coming up on a year of me not recording. So, again, if I'm a little rusty, bear with me. We back in the building. The funniest true crime podcast in the world. I don't see many podcasts in this lane, so I do need y'all help as for helping me grow and helping me get this thing bigger, man. So, before we jump into anything, if you got a funny, crazy story out there, man, send it to the thedccpodcast at gmail.com. I'll give you your credit. Shout you out, salute, and I'll do the story on the podcast. I'm trying to build my own community. We back in the building. The podcast is back rolling. Let's build this thing up, and let's show the world that this gem right here called Dumb Crimes and Criminals is the best true crime podcast in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Well, let me say the funniest true crime podcast in the world. You dig? Again, also, salute to everybody that's still been following the podcast, still been listening to the podcast. I'm still getting new followers. I'm still getting more listens, and I haven't recorded since last March. So I definitely appreciate that. We back though. We back. I know I've been gone for a minute, but you know, life happens, and I got busy with life. You know what I'm saying? I intended to take a little break, and then I just got busy. You know, I got a family, and that comes first. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife and kids. That comes first. Working. Then I relocated. Me and my wife, we relocated to Chicago. So, you know, one time for Chicago. Super dope city, man. We out here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so much to do out here that it's just like, man, we always on the move out here. So, salute to Chicago. If I got any Chicago listeners, man, you know, salute. But yeah, then, yo, you know what's crazy? Yo, all right, I've been here since October, right? Been here since October 1st. Tell me why I'm just getting a charger for my computer like last week. Crazy, right? Listen, I packed up all my podcast stuff together, right? Now, mind you, I got my own podcast room. My whole podcast studio own room is set up. That's been set up since like probably the first week of moving here, right? Within that first, 2 to 3 weeks of us getting here in October, my room been set up. I set everything up because I initially started, my intent was to get back to recording. So I set everything up. I couldn't find my charger for my computer. Now, mind you, I got laptops and all that, man. I could have recorded, but I wanted to record I just wanted to record with my normal setup. I didn't want to jump on the laptop, and I just wanted to record with my setup. So I couldn't find my charger. I'm like, yo, where the hell is my charger, right? I'm asking my son, my daughters, my wife. Nobody's seen my charger. Mind you, I packed all my podcast stuff together. My roadcaster, my mics, headphones, wires, computers, all that was together. For some reason, my computer charger for my desktop is nowhere to be found. So I'm like, damn, I can't find my charger. So I'm like, yo, after a while, I'm looking. I tore the house upside down, right? I'm in everybody's room, closets, drawers, under the bed, ceiling. I'm on the roof. I'm underground. I'm everywhere, right? I'm looking for the charger. No charger. I said, all right, you know what? Let me go on Amazon, just get a charger, right? I go on Amazon. I order a charger. Now, mind you, this is probably like We got here in October, so, we was still settling in that first month, you know what I mean? Moving, people coming, we still unpacking and things like that. That's another reason why I didn't jump right into it, because we really moved here, and then it was like right into the holiday season, you know what I'm saying? So we had, first month, October, we still settling, unpacking, you know what I mean? Beginning of November, we still unpacking. Then we dipped to Cali for a week we went to Cali for a week for Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Then December's Christmas. So it's like a lot going on, right? But I couldn't find my charger. And I'm being stubborn. I'm like, I know it's here. Because I was like, once I get a charger, then that one's going to pop up. So I'm just being stubborn. Then I'm working and just doing other stuff. So I kind of was like, put it to the back burner, right? So then I'm like, you know what? One day I was coming home from work. I said, I'm going to stop by Best Buy. I'm going to get a charger. So I stopped by Best Buy, got a charger, right? That joint was like $90. Okay, cool. Got the charger, came back home hype, right? I came back home hype, like, I'm about to record tonight. Didn't work. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on, right? Now I'm like, is this something with my computer? Because I'm like, this computer is kind of new. So it shouldn't be nothing going on with my computer, because I'm an electronic man. So I take care of all my electronics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I don't know. So then I said, you know what? I'm going to take the computer with me when I return this back to Best Buy. So I pulled up on the Geek Squad. I'm like, listen, man, this isn't working. So dude was like, you're not getting enough electricity. So mind you, my computer says it needs a 90-watt charger. So now I get the 120, right? I get the 120. That joint was like $100, $110 or something like that. I took the $90 charger back. That was the 90 watt. I got the 120. So I'm like, all right, this charger costs like $110. It better do what it's supposed to do. And it's 120 watts. I only need 90. Plug that joint in. And dude, luckily, I brought the computer with me, because he was like, just plug it in here, and if it don't work, you good. You could just return the charger. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going all the way home, then coming all the way back. I'm like, you know what? Cool. Plugged it in. Didn't work. I'm like, what's going on? Right? So now, dude in the Geek Squad, right? He like, let me see if it's something with the computer, right? So he came back out. He had an HP charger. Mind you, these aren't HP chargers that I'm using. They're like universal chargers. So he come back out with the HP charger, big joint, 150 watt, right? My joint turned right on. I'm like, damn. So he like, you know what I'm going to do? He said, listen, I'm just going to mark it down that I did some hardware stuff for you. I'm going to charge you $39. You can take this charger. I said, bet. So I go return that joint, right? He gave me this one for $39. I'm out the door. Computer back. We back rolling. Dumb Crimes and Criminals is back in the building. Right? So now, even before this story happened a while ago, man, we going to Texas for this one. All right, we going to Texas today real quick, man. Now, I was going to do this story. This story was on my to-do list even before I actually took the break from recording. I was going to do this story because this story gives me anxiety, I got 3 kids, right? My oldest now, they're older now, they're teenagers. But when they was little, I used to always have to tell them, like, listen, when we go to the store, don't touch everything. My son, he's 9, but I be telling him, listen, man, when we go to the store, don't be just grabbing everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be too touchy. Don't touch your face. Like, I'm real, me and my wife, we really always make sure that, don't be in here grabbing on the carts and grabbing this, grabbing that, then touching your face and putting your hands in your mouth and all that shit. That's how you get sick. Don't touch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was up to me, put your hands in your pocket and just walk. But, kids are kids. But this story is the reason why I'd be like, I'm not too fond with just touching things into the store. I'm not a touchy person. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I'm going to the store for a particular thing, once I see that thing, then I'm going to touch that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to the store to buy some headphones, let me get these Beats right here. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not just in the store just picking up this and picking up that and picking up this, picking up that, picking up this, picking up that. You understand what I'm saying? So, we're going to Texas. Now, there was this guy in Texas, right? Let me see. I'm trying to find my man's name. I think his name is Michael Vest or something like that. I think his name is Michael Vest, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mitchell Vest, right? So boom, in Texas, there was this guy named Mitchell Vest. He's 60 years old. Now, what he was doing was he wore a kilt, and he was going in different antique shops in Texas, taking different, antiques and sticking them in his ass. Why I hit the air horn, I don't know. Forgive me. I just had to press something as I said that. Okay. Now, this dude, for some reason, was going into antique stores, right? Mind you, antique stores where things is cheap, man. $1, 50 cents, a quarter, $2, $3, $5. He's going into antique stores wearing a kilt, lifting his leg up and sticking antiques in his ass. Now, why didn't he just buy whatever he wanted to stick in his ass and do it at home? Right? Wouldn't that would have made more sense? Why do the world got to be involved in your kink or your fetish or whatever you want to call that, right? I don't want no parts of what you got going on, my man. I don't want no parts of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like seriously, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of that. You could have went in there, bought 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could have bought the whole store. Went home and had a field day. That is your prerogative. I'm not here to judge. But you involved me when you went into the public and did this. Now, mind you, he's going into these stores. He's on camera, mind you. And every time he do it, he lift his leg up like he was like a horse or something. He would lift his leg up, stick the antique in his butt, then put it back on the shelf. This is where my anxiety comes from. You understand what I'm saying? Because if dude was just going to the store, buying antiques, going home and doing whatever he wanted to do with it, I don't care because I wouldn't know. But to know that, like, dude is walking into random stores, sticking stuff in his ass and then putting it back on the shelf gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety. What type of human are you? What type of human being are you? For you to go to a public store, take something off the shelf, stick it in your butt, put it back on the shelf. Go around the corner, grab something else, put that in your butt, put it back on the shelf. Go to another store, grab something off the shelf, put that in your butt, then put that back in the shelf. What type of human being are you? Somebody tell me, I need to know. Mitchell Vast, if you're listening to this, hit me up. Send me an email. You can get on the show and explain what it is you into, my man. Well, no. We're not going to talk about what you're into. We're going to talk about why. I want to know why you were doing this. Or no, I don't want to know why you want to do this. I want to know why you couldn't just go buy whatever you needed to buy for whatever you needed to do, take that shit home and have a field day. Why you had to put it back on the shelf? You understand? Now the stores is like, yo, once one store seen this, right? Here's the thing. One store seen it, I guess once he got caught. Then other stores was like, oh, he was in here. Now when they go back, look at their camera, see he putting stuff back on the shelf. Some of the products had feces on it. Some of the stuff was on the shelf with feces on it. So imagine if somebody came through the antique spot with their kid, because you know kids like to touch things. Touching it. Now you grabbing this man's feces because you wanted to pick this up and he got his You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? Mitchell, what's up, man? Talk to me. Hit the DCCpodcast at gmail.com, man. I want to talk to you. You're not thinking about the kids, my man. You're not thinking about the kids. You're not thinking about the kids that might come in this store with their parents. Because you know ain't no kids going into no antique store. So it's going to be a kid with their mom or dad or their grandparents that's dragging them into the antique store. And the kid is just going to be running around the store, grabbing this, grabbing that, potentially putting stuff in their mouth if they're younger, around 2, 3, 4 years old. You're not thinking about the kids, Mitchell. And I got an issue with that. You know, my kids, they know better. They're a little older. But some of my listeners' kids might not know better. I got an issue with that. I also got an issue with that, they locked this man up, right? They said all the items was estimated to be worth around $200. Man, I wouldn't care if they was estimated to be worth around 90 cents. They locked him up. His bail was set for $100? No bail. No bail, man. No bail. I don't think he needs bail. I think he needs hard jail time. I think he needs to do hard time. You lock him up for doing this, set his bail at $100. What's the lesson learned? Because only God knows. Only God knows how many stores he did this in and how many years he's been doing this. Because you do not, under no circumstances, do you just wake up and say, I'm going to walk into the store and I'm going to grab stuff off the shelf, stick it in my butt and put it back on the shelf. You don't just wake up and just think that. So when this came out, he didn't just start this that day. Man, this man is 60 years old. He's been doing this since he was a kid probably. He probably been doing this for like 40 years. He's 60. Let's say he started doing this when he was 20. He been doing this for 40 years. Y'all gonna lock this man up and give him $100 bond? Nah, man. And I'm not no person that I don't want to see. I'm not the type of person to be wishing jail on people and all that. But this man need a lesson learned. Because he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. I don't see him stopping. I don't see him stopping. You know what I'm saying? Antique butt man. He's not going to stop. Like, real talk. He's not going to stop. Ain't no way you running in the spot, sticking antiques in your ass, and $100 bail is going to stop you from doing that. I don't see it. I don't see it. Real talk. I don't see it. I don't. Let me know in the comments, man. Like, drop a comment, email me, man. Hit me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Like, let me know if you agree with me. Do y'all think that this $100 bill was enough for him to learn his lesson? Because I really don't. I really don't. And it's sad, man. It's sad because, like I said, my kids is older. But what about the babies, man, that like to grab shit and just put it in their mouth, man? You know, we always got to smack something out of, not smack, but we always got to take something out of a kid's hand. You know, a little baby, no, don't eat that. No, don't put that in your mouth. This man had stuff on the shelf with feces. He needs to be behind bars. I don't care, man. I said it, Mitchell. What's up? My name Rick. I said it. You need to be behind bars. Like, for real. People like you need to be behind bars. Because you ain't no telling what you capable of doing, man. Ain't no telling, yo. You got ass juice. You leave ass juice all around the world, man. Like, nah, man. People like you, they should make like a big ass like football dome type. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You know how football stadiums is mad big. They need to convert a fucking football stadium to its own type of community and stick people like Mitchell in there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you like going into stores and sticking stuff in your butt? Send them to the damn spot. You know what I mean? Like, send them over there. Hey, oh, you like to go over there and you like sticking stuff in your mouth and put it in the back? Send them. Put all these people together. You're putting them back into society, and then normal people like us got to come back and just be, subject to their nonsense. I don't want to be subject to their nonsense. I seen another video a minute ago where a dude was opening up drinks, drinking it, like, oh, no, I don't want that. Closing it back, putting it back on the shelf. Come on, man. Come on, yo. They need to exile these dudes and put them all somewhere real far away and let them be together. For real. It's not right. It's not right. And I'm mad that his bond was only $100. It should have been $100 million. Oh, man, it should have been $100 million, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Mitchell, you a wild dude, man. For real, you a wild dude. But, yeah, man, you know, I'm probably going to wrap it up there, man. You know, I've been wanting to do that story. I've been wanting to come in here and put y'all on, man. I know y'all probably seen it. It was super viral. It was super viral. Y'all probably seen it, but, you know, I wanted to come here and talk about it on my platform, man. So, again, I thank everybody. You know, I haven't recorded since March. My numbers have still been going up. People still been following the podcast. So please, we are back in the building, man. There isn't too many podcasts, if any, man, like this. This is a funny true crime. All right, we joking, but all the stories is real. All right, all these stories is real. You could look them up. They funny, but they real. So, again, man, help me grow this thing, man. You know, if you got some stories from your neighborhood, from your city, from your town, from your state, send them over. Send them over with your name. Dump the thedccpodcast at gmail.com. Send them over. I'll shout you out and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gonna get it. And you might even could be a guest on the show. I'm with all that. You know, let's build this on. I'm trying to build my own community with this, man. And I'm going to show the world that I do got the funniest true crime podcast in the world. Now, we back in the building. Again, I'm thinking about Monday drops. All right. Today's Monday. I'm recording this Monday. I might record. I'm thinking about a Monday, Tuesday drop. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all some laughs and jokes to start y'all week off with, man. So who knows, man? I might double back tomorrow and hit you with another one, or I might double back Wednesday and hit you with another one. But I'm back. Just know I'm back. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit, but I might just bang out. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, this is my thing. I could record 7 days a week if I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could really record whenever I want. That's the good thing about podcasts. I could really upload whenever I want. I'm just getting back. Been going since last March. We back in the building. I'm in a new city. If you out in Chicago, I gotta find my analytics, man. I think Chicago might be one of the top. Listen, I'm not sure. I'm not just saying that because I live here now, but I think I gotta look back into my analytics, man. But I know I have some Chicago listeners, man. Salute. Yo, spread the word about the podcast. That's all I'm asking. It's free. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm asking you to spread the word about the podcast. Send it to people's phone. I need my followers to go up. I need my engagement. I need all that to go up. So, salute. We back in the building. Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. Holla at me.